Good morning. The bells are tolling behind me. It's 10 a.m. on a Thursday morning here in Venice, and I am here to tell you about the salon and the life of Isabella Teotochi Albrizzi. So behind me you can see this beautiful shop that sells glass and all kinds of wonderful things. It was in this building right behind me, and I'll show you in a moment the balcony up above. It was in this building where Isabella Teotochi Albrizzi held her salon. Now, she was born in the mid-1700s, and so her life spanned the end of the Venetian Republic, which fell to Napoleon in 1797. And this was at a time when women were more accepted for being arbiters of culture and society. In fact, Isabella really took this quite seriously herself. She composed a series of ritratti, which means portraits, of different men that she knew, and she felt that these were sort of instructive. They helped to show the good qualities that people could have, well, that men could have, and I guess that women could have too, though she only wrote these about the men. She later did write one about her friend Justina Renier Michiel after she passed away. But these portraits also included some generic ones about a misanthrope and a seducer and a pygmy, people with sort of, more grasping ideas, more, hatred like the misanthrope. And so this was instructive to not be like those men, but to be like her friends that she wrote about. Some of the people she included were Antonio Canova, the sculptor, who was a good friend of hers. In fact, she later co-wrote with two other authors a huge work looking and analyzing all of his sculptures. They were good friends, like I said, and he in fact sculpted a bust of Helen, the beautiful German woman, Greek woman that the war was fought over. And he used Isabella as his model for this bust. That's quite beautiful. Another of her good friends that she wrote about was Ugo Foscolo. Now Isabella did marry. Her marriage didn't work out, and she and her husband had it annulled after a few years. There are records and letters showing that she had a brief affair with Ugo Foscolo, who was quite a dashing young figure. And he wrote something like, they were lovers for 5 days but friends for life. She also wrote about the writer Ippolito Pindamonte and the painter Denon, and so quite a variety of different people. That wasn't her only writing though. She also did some poetry, some travel writing, and she hosted this salon here, but also at their villa in Treviso. So she really helped to keep culture alive at a time when Venice's fortunes were declining in the late 1700s, when the Republic ended, when the Venetian people were sort of trying to find their new way under Napoleonic rule and Austrian rule. And though sometimes maybe the lemonade was a little bit weaker and the biscotti a little bit stale, she still brought people together to discuss ideas, in fact ideas like women's education and poetry and art and literature and culture. So we have her to thank for helping Venice through this difficult period, and a lot of that happened here at her salon. You can see here at the top of the building is a beautiful balcony that you can reach by going inside and upstairs.